Hey guys, my name is Earl Hall. I wanted to come in and talk to really the brand new voiceover artists that are out there. The ones that have been in for less than a year and the ones that are just thinking about it, and particularly the ones that are just thinking about it. There are so many different factors that go into whether or not you're actually going to be successful in voiceover. I mean, this is a lot of work. And one of the things that I see in so many voiceover artists, I mean, most of us have really similar stories to start out. You know, we wanted to get into voiceover, so we went and signed up on one of the pay-to-plays or the platforms, and we thought that things were going to be outstanding. We were going to be making all of this money, and came to find out really, really quickly that that wasn't the case. After being in the coaching space for basically 5 years or more now, there's a lot of things that I've learned and some hard lessons that I've learned on the coaching side and on the voiceover side as well. In being a voiceover coach and listening to people before they come into, in particularly my coaching program, there are some things that I'm accustomed to hearing. Like, I'm thinking about getting into voiceover, or I want to build my voiceover business. You know, I've been in for 3 years and nothing is moving, nothing seems to be working, type of thing. If there was a step-by-step process to building a voiceover business, everyone would have a successful one. I mean, if you take a number like, if we just use a number of 1 million, say there's 1 million voice actors in the world. Now there could be less, there maybe even a bunch more in the world. People that identify themselves as a voiceover artist or a voice actor. Out of whatever that number is, which is huge by any stretch of the imagination, there's only about 10% of people that are actually making it in voiceover, maybe even less, and maybe closer to 5%. If we look at real actual numbers, right? This lets you know the enormity of what it's going to take to build a voiceover business. And with the different coaches and the different coaching programs that are out there, the best that any of us can do is to show you a way that we've followed, show you the path that we followed in order to get to where we are. Now, even in showing you that path, let me just tell you this, I know that there are tons of things that aren't shared, not because trying to hide it, but it's almost on an unconscious level that we do it, or that we've been able to attain the success that we've been able to attain. And again, if there was an actual step-by-step process, like you could just check the dots, right? To build a voiceover business, most of you would have done that already, but we know that this is not true. And we hire coaches, we take programs because we want to get closer to knowing and understanding what it's actually going to take to do this. Let me give you some insight to this. After being in the coaching space for over 5 years now, there's a couple of things that I've seen. There's a lot of things that I've picked up on and cued in on from the people that attempt to get into like my coaching program or speak to me one-on-one or things of that nature. One of the biggest things that I've seen, and if we're going to go by my own experience on understanding and seeing the difference between success and failure. If someone comes to me and says they're thinking about starting a voiceover business, I usually try and turn them away. Because that is not the thing I've come to understand needs to be the attitude of voiceover. Or any business for that matter. But when people say to me, I've got to do this, this is all I've ever wanted to do, and I got to make this successful, I'm ready to go all in, those are usually the people that actually make it. I even say right in like marketing material that I have, and I say it in videos all the time, the determining factor between your success or failure is 100% up to you. And if you think it lies within a coach, if you think it lies within a program, it doesn't. Are you going to get some useful information that will help you along the way? Yes, you will. But your success or failure has nothing to do with that. Your success or failure is already solidified within you many times. And this is what I mean by that. Because if you're just trying to dip your toe into voiceover, or any business for that matter, trying to see if it will work, it probably won't. because you're not putting 100% of your effort into it. Again, you can't dip your toe into starting a business. You're either all in or you're not. You're all in for the ride. You're all in for the obstacles that come your way, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to get over those obstacles. And many times those obstacles show up in like being able to process your audio appropriately, being able to interpret a script appropriately, being able to market and sell your services appropriately. That's one of the things many voice actors really don't go into, is the marketing and sales side of this. But if you're just thinking about starting a voiceover business or any business at all, don't start it, because it's not in your heart of hearts. It's just an interest. That's fine if you just want to have a hobby, if you just want to learn a new skill set. But if you actually are in a position right now where you like hate your job, or you'd rather be doing something else, you need to choose something that is in your heart of hearts. And one of the biggest mistakes people make, and I see this over and over, people want to go into voiceover because they think it's easy. They think it's easy to do this. No business is easy, especially if you've never had one before, and you don't know how to build one, you don't know what it takes, and you aren't ready to accept the knocks upside your head that you're actually going to get for even taking the initiative to start a business. You're going to get backlash from your family, from your spouses, from your partners, maybe from your kids, your parents, your friends. Oh, why would you want to do that? And don't get me started on the people that say they've been telling me I have a great voice all this time, I should do voiceover. Those people have no clue what it takes to start a voiceover business. Anyone that's telling you you've got a great voice, you should be in voiceover, probably has no clue what voiceover is really, and what it takes to really build that business. It's not easy. It is hard work. Any enterprise that you're going to start, if you don't know within yourself 100% that this is your thing, that this is what you're meant to do, that this is all you want to do, don't do it. You probably won't do whatever it takes. It's like the people that sign up for coaching programs or courses in any industry. They're in for 2-3 months and they quit because they really aren't either doing the work, they don't understand the work, or this is really not what they want to do. They're not ready to go all in. They're not ready to do whatever it takes. Now that's fine. Because if you find that out about yourself, in particularly you voiceover artists, if you find yourself in a quandary right now, frustration in particular, of being in this thing called voiceover and you're not making the money you want to make, and your spouse is yelling at you because you're spending money on gear and equipment, and when's the money going to come in type of thing. If you aren't prepared for all of that, those are going to be the things that make you quit. Especially if you're not getting clients and you're not making money. But if you're not getting clients and you're not making money, what are you going to do next? Are you at the point of quitting? Or does it not matter because you know that this is what you want to do? Those are the decisions that have to be made. And if you're not ready to put in 100% of your time, effort, money, all of that into your dream, it's not going to just come. It's just not. You've got to be willing to go all in. And I talk to people about, is this really your priority? They'll say things, well, this event happened, I had to go here, so, da-da-da. There's all these excuses. And it's like, look, this is really not your priority right now. That other thing or those other things are. If this is not your priority, this is not going to be the thing that sets you free. Find that thing that sets you free. Find that thing that you have a driving passion that no one can kill, because you're not looking for acceptance. You're not looking for approval. You're not looking for someone to co-sign on what it is that you're doing. You want to do this? Damn everything and everyone else that is against it. And if that's not your attitude, you probably won't win. Because in this thing called voiceover, You do have to grind and don't quit.